Everyone. This week we're doing something just a little bit different. Kind of like the poetry project, you are going to have the opportunity to create some literature yourselves, except this would be an opportunity that you could have to actually get some money potentially if you want to. So, just in the spirit of Halloween and to have fun before we get into our drama unit, I thought it might be kind of neat to show you this particular website. I like this one. It's called Unigo, and it's a scholarship search engine, but they've also got some really fun, creative scholarships. And this one's a real scholarship. Now, the deadline is in a few days, but they do this scholarship every year. So even if you can't get it written in time, if you want to try for it, they will be doing it again next year. But it's called the Zombie Apocalypse Scholarship. And the thing I really, really like about Unigo in particular is that, where is it? It has this thing here, see previous winners. And so you can actually click on it and see the essays that have won in the past. And they've got some really cool ones. They have a top 10 about me scholarship opportunity, some other little short story and creative writing type scholarships. So if that's something that you feel like you're really, really strong in, take a moment to take a look at this website, unigo.com. And just see what's out there. It's a pretty good one. So for this particular thing, if you like watching The Walking Dead or any of those other things, which I don't, I am not a zombie movie person. Actually, I don't like The Walking Dead because it's the sound effects that get to me, honestly. But a lot of people really do like this particular genre. Of horror, and so especially if you do, this is right up your alley, and if it's not, this is a chance for you to expand your creativity. So what the prompt is hone your survival tactics and imagine what your school or college campus might be like in a zombie apocalypse. Our zombie apocalypse scholarship committee wants to know your plan to avoid the zombies, where you'd hide, and the top 5 things you'd bring to stay alive. If you win it, then you will win $2,000. So here's the official prompt down here. Imagine that your high school or college has been overrun with zombies. Your math professor, the cafeteria ladies, even your best friend have all joined the Walking Dead. Flesh out a plan to avoid the zombies, including where you'd hide and the top 5 things you bring to stay alive. The kicker is you have to do it in 250 words or less. So very much like a haiku, every word, every detail is going to be very, very important. I've had students, I've actually been doing this for a long time across all my, especially dual enrollment classes, since a lot of you are wanting money for college, just to kind of practice getting some creative writings in as well at the same time. So what I suggest that you do for something like this is kind of sketch out your story first. You do want detail, but when you have got a limitation, a constraint on word count, then you have to think, okay, what is going to be the most important thing that I want my audience to know? And because one thing that students do that accidentally gets them over the word count limit is that they try to put in too many details. And it's like, no, when you have got a constraint like that, you want to be short, sweet, and to the point. And it's a hard balance too, because you want your audience to kind of feel that little bit of anxiousness or things like that. And so like you really want to grab their attention within the first line. You want to do something that's going to make them think, oh my goodness, I really, really want to read the rest of the story. And to get some ideas, again, I suggest that you go down through here and click on this See Previous Winners link. It might take a second to upload, and I'm sorry. There we go. So you can go and see who won it last year. A guy from California won it. Rolling out of bed, I grimaced as a sharp hunger pain reminded me of my lack of sustenance. Once alert, I began searching through my hideout, my dorm room, for necessities. That grabs your attention right away. This poor dude is hungry, and you're kind of wondering, well, why are you hungry? And so I think it's really It was a really, really good opener. I'm not going to bore you by reading through the whole thing because you are perfectly capable of reading it yourselves. But it's a really, really good short story. The 2001 winner, Darkness Enveloped My Vision as Clouds Settled Overhead, releasing their weeping tears. You know, it has good detail, but when you actually get into the story, it's very short, sweet, and to the point. So just go through and kind of read through some of the previous winners just to kind of get an idea. And then your assignment for this particular asynchronous assignment is to write the short story. This will be a great opportunity for you to write it, and then I can obviously take a look at it. I know the deadline is like in a couple of days, and so if you really, really want to try for the scholarship, just shoot me a text or email saying, hey, I've done the assignment. Can you look at it? Because I want to see if I can get it in under the deadline. Or as I said, you can wait until next year. They do this every year. The one mistake students don't that they make, they don't realize that you can continue to apply for scholarships even after you're a senior in high school. You can apply for scholarships every year just as long as, you know, they don't have a constraint that you must be a high school senior. This one is open to anyone 14 and over, all the way through college. And so this is something you could actually apply for every year if you wanted to. And so it's just something fun. Get those creative juices flowing. No pressure. It's not going to be like I read your short story and be like, man, this sucks. You don't get any credit. No, this is just something to kind of give you some practice trying something a little bit different and to have a little bit of fun with it. Your discussion board this week is actually just a little bit of pre-writing. Where you can kind of discuss some common zombie tropes amongst your classmates. I have a couple of movie clips just to kind of give you some ideas of how other zombie programs or shows or movies have started out, just to kind of give you some ideas. They're all very different. But I'll leave that for the discussion for y'all to have this week. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out anytime. I'm very, very happy to answer them. If you want some more information about scholarship writing, just let me know. I've got a whole lecture that I give my dual enrollment 1010 students that I could easily pass on to you. It's actually posted on YouTube, and so I can easily send that to you. I might just post it in the announcements anyway, because I know a lot of you, one of your big concerns is how can I pay for college? What can I do? And filling out these scholarships is one of the ways you can do it. I think the statistics say that you only get about 5 to 10% of the scholarships that you apply for. But I know I've heard of students who spent they just took 2 weeks out of their lives and just applied for everything they remotely thought that they could qualify for. And some of them wind up getting something called Access Aid. If your scholarship money exceeds the amount of the tuition that your university charges, you will actually get a check to go to school. That happened to me, I think, 3 glorious semesters when I was a student at Tennessee Tech, where the scholarship money that I had applied for and won exceeded my tuition. And I remember there was one semester Tennessee Tech actually wrote me an $1,100 check, which I promptly used to pay my rent that semester. What had happened was I'd moved out of the dorms, and so I didn't have to pay for dorm. And so anyway, it all balanced out. It all went to housing eventually, but it was just really nice to have that check that semester. Didn't happen every semester, but it's really nice when it can. So just knowing how expensive college has gotten, I just want to try to give y'all as much of an opportunity to earn some money as you can. And 2, if you need someone to look over a scholarship essay that you are writing, I am more than happy to take a look at it. But anyway, happy zombie writing and have a good week.